Okay, it's 9 a.m. We'll call the meeting to order. Good morning. My name is John Von Paris, and I am the chairman of the MDTA Finance and Administration Committee. I hereby call the meeting of the Finance and Administration Committee to order at 9 a.m. In accordance with the live streaming law, this meeting is being conducted via video conference and is being live streamed on the MDTA Finance and Administration Committee webpage. All members will have their video active during the entirety of the meeting. To minimize background noise during the call, I would ask that everyone on the line please mute your phones except when speaking. I ask that those who are presenting or answering a question to please turn your video and audio on when speaking. When you're done, please turn your video off and put your audio on mute. There are no members of the public, no elected officials, and no media who have pre-registered to comment at this morning's meeting. At this time, we will begin with agenda item number 1, the approval of the minutes from June 12th, 2025. Is there a motion?
So moved. Member Rosen.
Member Artinger. Member Artinger, I'll second.
Thank you. Thank you, Member Artinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The minutes are hereby approved. We will move on to agenda item number 2, contract number SV 00211-398, Tactical Medical Director Services. Christopher Karolenko is here with us.
Yes, good morning. How are you? My name is Corporal Caroleno. Yep.
Morning.
Morning. Are you ready? Are you good for me to proceed?
Yes, please.
Yep. Gotcha. So, like I said, I'm Corporal Caroleno from the Police Special Operations Division. I'm the Tactical Medical Unit Commander. I'm presenting to you guys the sole source renewal of our Tactical Medical Director Services contract at approximately $430,000. This is a 3-year contract with a 2-year option. This contract allows the Special Operations Division to remain compliant with Maryland law, which requires medical oversight for approved EMS jurisdictions. This contract provides us with the following services and capabilities, not limited to 24/7 tactical position coverage, assistance with agency training, advanced training for our TMU members, medical direction for the MDTA police and TMU, in-hospital clinical training, and much more. Johns Hopkins is the only educational hospital-based program capable of providing these types of services, as well as tactical positions, as well as the medical oversight in the entire state of Maryland, which is the reason for this sole source.
Okay. I appreciate that clarification. I was going to ask that question, so I'm glad you shared that.
Yes, sir.
Are there any questions from any of the members?
How have we, since it's a sole source, how have we validated that the cost is reasonable?
The cost is similar to what they, it's the exact same cost as what they charge hourly for their services with other agencies as well, being Howard County, Carroll County, a few others in the state, as well as some federal jurisdictions.
Thank you.
Corporal, I have another question or two, if I can ask you.
Yes, sir.
Does the, I guess how does this all work in terms of, we have, I think what I've learned of this is that there's like, they embed the medical team or whatever in the unit that's going out, or how does that work? How's it delivered? The service is delivered a little bit more specifically. If you have a call, if you have a SWAT type of a team incident, not to disclose anything that is, is going to jeopardize what you do, but are you saying that you have people with medical expertise on site, or they just teach training? And how does that work with, because there are, in every jurisdiction, certainly we have people who, in terms of first responders, EMS personnel that are on the scene, they're usually held back by, I guess, their dispatch until the scene is secure. How does that all work now? With this proposal, how does that work as it relates to where we are now? Can you explain that a little bit more for us?
Absolutely. And the last thing you needed to do is get me talking about this, because I love it and I'll talk too much. So if I keep going too far, just let me know. So the MDTA police has, we have our SWAT team, the special response team, which has been around for many years. It's always been, there's always been a facet of it that was tactical medicine. So we've had tactical medics. About at the end of 2023, we actually officially formed the tactical medical unit, which is myself as the commander and then 2 other tactical medics, and we're all sworn law enforcement with MDTA. We receive loads and loads of specialized training to be able to provide medical care in a tactical environment where regular EMS would not be able to access, given a threat that's ongoing or just other unsafe circumstances. And we even have a expanded EMS protocol for the state. So as a regular ambulance, a regular ambulance EMT might be able to do a certain amount of things, a tactical EMT can actually do probably 50 more skills that kind of blend in with the skill level of a paramedic. So our team is not only responsible for training all of the officers in the agency, but also providing medical support for everyone in the agency, whether that's the academy, the SWAT team, the riot team, K9, all kinds of different personnel in our agency that we provide medical support for. There's been multiple occasions where the doctors from Johns Hopkins, because we are still under contract with them for the next month or so until this one renews, but we've had multiple times where they've actually been on scene. They were, I think 3 of the doctors were actually on scene of the Key Bridge collapse incident command at headquarters. And we were able to do a lot of good there in terms of staying, on track medically, making sure that medical coverage was proper. We also have had them deploy with the SWAT team on SWAT operations. We had one about a week ago down in Southern Maryland, and one of the doctors was right there with us for that one. And then I think another one a week before that in Howard County, where a different doctor was out with us. So not only do they help train our personnel and our tactical medics, but they also come out on the scene with us to augment our stature and our medical readiness, so that it's well above the level of care that they could get if we were just relying on local EMS.
Okay, thank you. And last quick question. You probably have an answer on this pretty quickly. Maryland State Police has a state team, right? Do they still have the state team in
Yes.
place? And do they have this already in their organization?
They do.
Same. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we actually work hand in hand with their TMU. We supplement their calls. They supplement our calls for manpower staffing. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Member Ardinger?
Sorry, yeah, just a quick question. In regards to Hopkins and the services that they provide, does this also include any services in regards to mental health? If you are out there and someone is having issues in that regard, does it apply?
It does not.
Okay.
This is just emergency medicine, and that's where our health and wellness unit would step in.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. Is there a motion to advance this to the full board for approval?
So moved, Member Carroll.
Thank you, Member Carroll. Is there a second?
Member Artinger, I'll second.
Okay, thank you, Member Artinger. Is there any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all. And thank you, Corporal, for your time today. Be safe.
Yes,
out there.
thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, we will move on to item number 3, contract number J01B56000034, MDTA Police, and we have, let's see, here we are. We have David is going to present.
Yes.
How are
Good
you,
morning,
David?
Member Von Paris. Yes. For the record, David Goldsboro, Director of IT for the Transportation Authority. Just to clarify, Ms. Donna Singfield was going to present. The summer cold has kind of gotten a bunch of us, so her voice is not functioning well this morning. So I'm going to pinch hit for this. Purpose of this memorandum is to seek approval from Finance and Administration Committee to present contract number J01 B56000034, which is our MDTA Police Panasonic Toughbooks and tablets to the full Maryland Transportation Authority Board at its next scheduled meeting. This is a purchase order request that was designated as small business. It was done through the master contract with the state, and that is the 2015 master contract BPO 060 B54000007. We are seeking, the MDTA that is seeking to enter into a fixed price contract for a one-time purchase of 100 Panasonic FZ55 laptop units, 5 Panasonic FZ40 laptops, and 13 FZ-G2 tablets. Also, we're going to be purchasing docking stations that will be required for the laptops and warranties for use by the MDTA police. The total amount for this contract is $485,000. I'm sorry, $485,355.30. And with that, Member Von Paris, I'll be happy to take questions.
Okay,
Yes,
Member Artinger.
Yep. I saw Member Artinger wave her finger. You're muted, Member Artinger.
Thank you. Are you surprised that this exceeded the engineer's estimate? Because, okay.
A little bit. We expected, we were unsure what was going to be happening with the price because of the uncertainty of the tariffs. We actually had to extend this solicitation multiple times. We spoke with our Panasonic representative. They just could not get any of the vendors to submit a bid because they weren't sure where the tariffs were going to fall. So once that was done, we encouraged them to submit, and it's indicative of what we're seeing across the board, even in the standard laptop arena. Units that were in the, say, $1,500 range a year ago are well over $2,000 because of the tariffs. It's the market that we're contending with. So the dollar's definitely not going as far, but that's the explanation, Member Artinger.
Thank you.
Sure. And just to clarify, Member Von Paris, and for the members of the Finance Committee, the breakdown of the laptops and the other units, it's to cover the general population of the police, the Marine unit, and also the motorcycle unit. That's why there's a couple of different classifications of units. So each one works with that corresponding group. And since we missed an upgrade cycle during COVID, we're playing a little bit of catch up right now to get these units that are end of life replaced. So this should be the last large wave of that fleet for the police.
Thank you for the clarification, David.
Absolutely.
Okay, is there a motion to advance this item to the full board?
So moved, Member Rosen.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Is there a second?
A second, Member Carroll.
Thank you, Member Carroll. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, David.
Okay, thank you, Member Von Paris. Great to see everyone again.
Yeah, have a good day.
You do the same.
Okay, we'll move on to agenda item number 4, contract number MT0211-460, janitorial services at the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel and the Fort McHenry Tunnel. And Kathy Anderson is here to present this item. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kathy Anderson. I'm presenting on behalf of Christina Guy, who will be the contract manager for this contract. It's for janitorial services at Baltimore Harbor and Fort McHenry tunnels. The vendor will be responsible for providing comprehensive janitorial services, including supervision, supplies, labor, and equipment. The work to be performed under this contract is for, as I stated, Baltimore Harbor and Fort McHenry tunnels. Through Maryland Works, a nonprofit organization that supports employment for individuals with disabilities across the state, the National Center on Institutions and Alternatives, or NCIA, was chosen for this contract. NCIA's pricing of $1,294,500.65 was approved by the Maryland Pricing and Selection Committee on June 26, 2025. Therefore, we are recommending award of this contract to NCIA. This vendor holds the current janitorial contracts for the Maryland Police Headquarters Building, the Point Breeze Building, the William Preston Lane Memorial Bridge Facility, and the ICC facility. This contract is for 3 base years and an optional 2-year renewal period. NTP is anticipated for September 1st, 2025. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, I don't see any. Is there a motion to approve? To advance to the full board for approval?
Member Ardinger also move.
Thank you, Member Ardinger. Is there a second?
Second, Member Rosen.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Kathy, thank you very much. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. The next item, number 5, contract number MT00211428, on-call plumbing and maintenance for Northern Region. And Carol Hicks, I believe, is here to present this morning.
Actually, Carol did not come in today, so I'm going to present on behalf of him.
Okay, very good.
So you're stuck with me again.
Well, that's okay.
So Carol will be the contract manager for this contract. On-call plumbing for MDTA Central Region facilities. The vendor will be responsible for furnishing all labor, materials, supplies, equipment, supervision, services, and related incidentals for plumbing, maintenance, and repair services. The work to be performed under this contract is for MDTA's BHT, FMT, FSK, and Point Breeze facilities. The low bid was submitted by Patapsco Mechanical LLC in the amount of $695,190. Therefore, we are recommending award of this contract to Patapsco Mechanical. This contract is for 3 base years and an optional 2-year renewal period. NTP is anticipated for September 1st, 2025. Any questions?
Member Ardinger?
Thank you. Okay, I read ahead and I see we use Patapsco Mechanical comes up again, but it appears it's not someone that we've used in the past. Is that correct?
No, ma'am, it is not.
Okay. Any thoughts or do we have any confidence? Have they worked with others that we have recommendations from? How did that work?
Jeff, do you have any comments about that?
Making sure I'm presentable before I turn the camera on. Yeah, so this is a low bid contract. One thing that we look for is that they meet the minimum qualifications of the contract. So we asked for a certain number of years experience and reference contracts for us to review, and we felt that they were they seem or appear to be a responsible vendor that does show many years experience, and we've had a conversation about other new contractors. We always keep a close eye, make sure that they're following the processes laid in the contract and that they're meeting the standards of the MDTA.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Member Artinger. Any other questions? Okay. I don't see any. Is there a motion to advance this item to the full board for approval?
So moved. Member Rosen.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Is there a second?
Member Artinger, I'll second.
Thank you, Member Artinger. Is there any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This motion carries. Thank you all very much. I guess, Kathy, you're going to handle the last one as well. So the last item on the agenda, contract number MT 002-11510, on-call plumbing and maintenance for Central Region. So, Rob, thank you.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think I got them mixed up. I did Central first.
You did?
Yeah, 510 is Central, and that's the one I just did. 428 is for Northern, I believe. Did I get them mixed up?
Yeah, 5 and 6 were out of order, so we're just doing
I'm
5
sorry,
now.
I did them out of order. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So this one is actually 428 for Northern.
All right, well, we will note that.
Okay,
in
sorry about
minutes.
that.
We'll just make sure that we have them both covered and we'll document that properly. Okay, very good. So we're going to do the 428 right now then.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, Carol will be the contract manager for this one. On-call plumbing for Northern Region facilities. Vendor will be responsible for furnishing all labor, materials, supplies, equipment, supervision services, and related incidentals for plumbing maintenance and repair services. The work to be performed under this contract is for MDTA's JFK and Hatem facilities. The low bid was submitted by Patapsco Mechanical in the amount of $695,190. Therefore, we are recommending award of this contract to Patapsco Mechanical. Contract, again, is for 3 base years and an optional 2-year renewal period. NTP is anticipated for September 1st, 2025.
Okay. And I was just, when I was on the last, the one that you did, when we got them reversed, I was looking at that number. So I was following, and I was looking at the 695, which is the same number on this one. So, okay. Are there any questions? Okay. Is there a motion to advance this to the full board for approval?
So moved. Member Carroll.
Thank you, Member Carroll. Is there a second?
Member Artinger, I'll second.
Thank you, Member Artinger. Is there any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed. Okay, motion carries. All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, thank you. Okay, well, that's all we have on the agenda today. We got through it. It was tough. No, it's good. I thank everyone for participating today and everyone who prepared all the materials and got the meeting organized, and the board members for being here. That's all we have. So is there a motion to adjourn?
Member Artinger, also move.
Okay, is there a second?
Member Carroll. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Stand adjourned. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care, everybody. Great day.